Okay, so we're going to do a fuzzy puppy nail. And the fuzzy puppy nail is going to have like a plaid background. We're going to use some spider gel. I'm looking at all the goodies. And we're going to use a mold. And I think I have another video. I'll link it at the end of this video. But it's the puppy molds that I got because I love a good puppy. Which is so sad because I lost my doggy Rufus after 15 years. So this is for Rufus. So let's get started. So let's go over the stuff that we're gonna need. We're gonna need a UV hard resin, a gel polish because I'm gonna make the puppy a brown. So I'm gonna use this one from Sean Legend. I need a black gel. This is a one-stroke gel from Blue Amber. This is my puppy mold that I got from AliExpress. I was already playing with it earlier. We're gonna need some spider gel. This one is from Nail Arts by Layla. Of course, we need our gel tip. I already have one base coat of D&D. Like they have a milky white. That's what's on this. And then we're going to need our Mega Lines airbrush stencils. Alright. So grab your tweezers. Let's do the airbrush part first. Almost forgot. Let's highlight the airbrush. So for my airbrush paint, I'm going to use Layla. And I'm going to use Cold Gold. These are from One Air. These are acrylic airbrush paints. The airbrush gun that I'm going to use is going to be my Iwata HPSB Plus from Japan. It's great. Make sure you shake everything really good because, yeah, that's how you do it. You have to shake everything. All your gels and everything else. Got my trusty tweezers. Now, these are the Mega Line stencils. They're reusable. We're going to do a plaid ombre. And one more. I like these stencils. They're stretchy. But you know what? I'm going to put this first on the base. So let me take these off. Right, I know. But I just got an idea. I'm going to do it a different way. I was going to do it one way, but I think this would be cool to have it on the base in the background. Make sure we shake it really good. Remember that song, Shake It Baby and Let Me See What You Got? We just need a few drops. We don't need that much. You just see me do 2 drops. And you see how that gold just like gets on there. And I'm just spraying a little air. Yeah. And that was enough. Empty. Okay, I put some gloves on because I don't want to be showing myself spraying airbrush paint on my hands, even though it's an acrylic water-based paint and it's soap and water cleanup. It's always to use best practices, and best practices are the safe ones, right? So, yeah. So let's put these stencils back on. And I'm stretching it a little bit. But the reason I want that space is, I'm going to show you later. And I'm just going up this high because I'm going to ombre the plaid. So it won't go the full length of the nail. It's cool. might need to get my other purple. This sounds like my empty one. I always have an empty on my station. It's crazy. So I switched out the pastel for lavender because that one is all gone, but it's a pretty purple. And then also I want it to be something you can really see. So got everything shook up, all shook up. A few drops in here. Cap that guy back off. And then see how that looks with the gold. I'm just gonna get a little bit darker. That's dark enough. But look how it looks with that gold. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. Take that, huh? And then this is how I do it. Touch it, dry. Everything works better when you got stuff that work good together. And for some reason, whenever you're going the opposite way, it always seems like you need even more. I think we might not. No, I might be good. I might be good. But that gold on the background really pops. Yeah. Yeah, no. We good. Okay. And then I'm going to do this a little lighter. This is just air. Cool. Look at that. All right. Now, these stencils are reusable, so go ahead and put them in your stencil saver book and use them again on another design. But that plaid, fire. I'm done with the airbrush part for now, so go ahead and clean your airbrush, or at least put some cleanser in there. Don't just let it sit with paint. Okay, so now we're gonna grab our spider gel. Spider gel is crazy. Always want to have gloves when I'm fooling with this stuff. I usually try to stir it, but goodness gracious, it gets, see how it is? It's just like that. And so what I want to do is on the plaid, I just want to make lines. And I like this because it's a thin line. I didn't have to draw it. If I'm doing this on a client, I'm like, bro, cooperate with me. You see how it really elevates the plaid? And it's, yeah, wear gloves when you're doing this. And if you have a client, you could put the little silicone around them. Well, you would already probably have it on because they get airbrush. But yeah, so now that part's done. So go ahead and put that in the lamp and give that a full 30-second cure. Okay, so then when we do our airbrush, we do top coat with base. That keeps the acrylic airbrush paint from chipping. It seals everything in. So go ahead and hit it with a base coat. The one I'm using here is Koopa. Give that 10 seconds. And then we can top coat that, and that part is going to be done, and we're going to do our little bear. Okay, so I turned the lamp away. We got that top coat on the nail. And let's do our bear. Now, this is the thing about the molds. You got to be able to cure all the way through, which is why they have these UV resins. You can get a hard or a soft. But the reason that you want to cure it all the way through is that it doesn't like squish out gel, because that would be terrible. So buy this UV resin. This one is a hard one. Stir it into the color. Like, mix it really good. And I'm actually gonna paint like his eyeballs and his little, like his tongue, after I do this part. And you're just gonna dab it into the mold like so. Because you want to make sure you get it all the way in. You can stretch the mold if you feel like, I don't know if I'm getting all the spots. So you could do these beforehand, or you can do it when your client is in the chair. It just depends on you. If I did one of these, I would at least charge extra $2 or $3 per one, just because it does take some time. You got to mix the several products or whatever, and you do want to be charging for your time and your supplies. So we're gonna pop that in the lamp and give that 30 seconds, because we just want to cure it through. So I'm gonna go through and layer in the color. I'll probably speed this part up. So now take our UV hard resin and we're just gonna fill in, because we got all of it done. His little ears have a space, but that's normal. That's where he's supposed to have a space. And I'm just going to put some more clear in the back. And this is just to get it level. Pop that in the lamp. Cure. It says UV, but it's UV LED. This is top coat from earlier. I'm just going to add a smidge more to it. And grab a liner brush. Okay, so we got him out of the lamp. Check. Press it. All right, cool. He's not squishy. Good. I'm just using a buffer to get any weird little pieces off. Like those little hang-on pieces. Then I'm gonna grab this little stand. And let's put him on there. Okay. Also, I got some pink. I forgot about that. Pink. Just a little bit for his tongue. Now, you can mix this with top coat or you can mix it with the hard resin. Let's try it with the hard resin. And I'm only saying that because I did this with a practice. And I'm going to grab a little bit of the black too. It's too much. And what I'm doing is I'm mixing this with this so it can be tack free. So that when I cure it, after I do his little tongue and his little, and his eyeballs, I don't have to put top coat on it because I want to make him fuzzy. That's the whole point. I want him to be fuzzy, fuzzy wuzzy. So I'm going to do the eyes first. And then we're going to cure that. So you can see his little eye spots. And I'm just going to put that in there. And we're going to flash cure. The reason we're flash curing is because I thinned this out. And it's moving more than it would have been if it was just the art gel by itself. Now, art gel doesn't need top coat. But we're going to be making this thing fuzzy. So, dropped it. So let me see, did I mess it up? Kind of, but it doesn't matter. You know why? Because we can always go back and add it after I put the fuzz. I just want to know where they go. Cool. So now he looks kind of like drugged out. Let's put some where his tongue goes. The pink. Give that a little cure. Now, I'm going to use top coat and I'm going to use the brown fuzz and we're going to make him fuzzy wuzzy. The only thing about the top coat is it does move. And like half doing the top coat, I was thinking like, you know, do a little bit and then spray, which I could do that. But what I should have did was took the top off. If I keep the top coat thin, we might not have that bleeding problem. So we're going to do his head first. His head first. I'm going to keep him this way. That way I can keep the top coat off of his little eyes, but I feel like it's already trying to like go there. So that's why I was saying I just really wanted it so I could put the eyes in later. Look at that. So let's put him in there and give him a good little cure. I'm gonna leave the top off because I'm gonna do, I still need to do his little snout area and his ears. And I'm gonna cure it fully. Okay, let's dust them off. See? It did get on his eyes, but that's fine because like now I know exactly where the eye part is. So back into our top coat. Do his little ears. Could always just eyeballed it. And then, and you know what? I didn't do his little dot on his nose. So we'll do that after. That way we can see what turned out better. Should I just have like flocked the whole thing and then went ahead and did the color after, you know, the eyeballs after? Because it's a dog, so generally you know where the eyeballs and stuff will be. Okay, hear that. I'm done with this guy. And I'm gonna make this a little bit thicker. The black. By adding just another dollop of this gel paint to it. Because I don't want it moving around like that on his fur. And I will also grab my quick cure lamp. Okay, so let's see how he looks. He looks fuzzy. This was talking about one quick cure lamp. So, I think like that's too big. See, making it thicker was like a good idea. It really makes him look like a doggy when you do all those little things. And the reason for this little lamp is because I don't want to give it the opportunity to move around. So I'm just gonna flash cure it like this. And then now I can do the pink for his little mouth. And I'm gonna add some more of the pink just so it's a little bit darker. I probably could have got a red gel paint because I do have one. Oops. Yep, let me get red because I end up having black on this thing. So let me grab the red gel paint. Okay, so this red is by the same lady. I'm really adding a dollop of red because, why? Because I don't think the pink gonna show up on the brown. Ouch. So his little tongue is like right about there. And I'm kind of like scrubbing it into his fur. Perfect. So go ahead and put that in the lamp. Give that the rest of the cure. And then I decided he should have a bow. He should have a bow. So I have another mold here. And I'm thinking I did that one in black. Maybe this little one here or this one here. I have these gels. I'll link everything that I have that I got below. I'm gonna go with the one with the purple in it. And these cure, like they don't need a top coat. Tag free. It's like they're super thick, so let's do this. Let's get smart. Close that, get that out the way. Get me a dollop of this, just a smidge. That's good. Go look at it on this side. Probably thinking clothes super messy. It is. So we'll scrape a little off. Look. And then tap it right back where we want it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the lamp. Got our puppy dog out. Got our nail out. Ooh. Look how cute he is. Okay, I'm touching him. See, the eyeball ain't even cured. Which I don't understand why. So yeah, that was what I was afraid of. That one is, but just not that little one. And it's been in there for a while. So I'm going to take my, put him back on here. I'm going to add another little, you know what? I wonder, can I? Okay, cool. I wiped it off on a napkin, just a little bit. So I'm going to put his eyeball back. Make this one just a little bit bigger to go with that one. No prob. Put it in here, cure on 60 seconds. So that's a longer cure. I'm going to make sure this guy is good. Adding just a little bit more. Might as well use what's left on the thingy. And then just making sure we got it nice and full. And I'm still going to add a little bit of the hard gel on it. Pull them out, put that in. And I'm going to flip that too. And then this is top coat. And I'm going to assume. Oh, that makes his eyes pop actually a little bit better. I'm going to assume that the red probably wasn't cured well either. And put him back in the light and flip this thing over. Now the plus about this resin is I'm about to use it to put everything, to attach everything on. I do have like a 3D one, but you can pretty much do what you like. But this is what I'm doing. Let me make sure this ain't crooked. We're gonna need our quick cure lamp. Cool. Never underestimate the need for just a clear, hard gel. And this one just has like a little bit more viscosity than, which is like liquidiness. And is not using like some of my builder in a bottle gels or anything like that, because I don't want to use that for art stuff. I want to save that because those cost a lot. I want to save those for, now let's see. Yeah, there we are. I want to save those for actual client application because that makes more sense money wise. I think this was like maybe $20. Got him centered. It looks crazy when you put the lamp on just his head. Looks very like, And you can see where the top gel is on his actual eyes and stuff. Which it looks like I missed the bottom part altogether. So I might just add like a smidge. That's why I try stuff out before I get to a client. That way I'm practicing on a client and then they leave and like, oh, I messed up. I don't know why. And then you gotta like fix it. And I don't be having time in my schedule for a lot of fixing. So I like to make sure it's no problems. Ooh, really cute. So buffer. Just get off like the small little pieces that are, you know, the little thin pieces that can come off. Probably should have did a bigger bow considering how little his head is, but it's gonna be fine. Oh no, it's cute. Could do a big one, but a little one is good. He's a little puppy. Grab a little bit of this. Now, if you got a rougher client, I would top coat, not the puppy, but at least the bow. Okay, put that in the lamp. Give it 30 seconds. We done flash cured everybody. I think it came out super cute. You can let me know at the bottom what you think. I'll tag where I got all of these goodies from. Like I said, you can make these beforehand and just store them. If your client's nail is like real curvy, just use your little e-file and a sanding band and make a little groove, easy peasy. But like these molds, OMGs, love. Let's see what our guy looks like. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. Cute little bow, cute little puppy. All right, will you try this? Let me know below. And I'm going to tag everything. I'm going to list everything that I use at the bottom. All right? Bye. Oh, wait. Let me do a recap. Yeah, let me do a recap. Okay, so recap. We do want to use a UV gel when we're doing our molds, right? But not our building the bottles and not our potted clear gels that we use for actual application, because those cost more than this. So get this. Second, flocking on it is a good idea. It's cool, but it's going to take some extra work. So like I said, you do need to charge for these. Do them beforehand, $3 or $4 per head, because you see how long it took me to do that, and that's time. Even if you're doing them at home while you watch a TV, that's time. Same with the little bows. You're making them custom in whatever colors your client likes. 2, if you do the eyes, do it after, and you're gonna have to top coat them. That way you won't have that squishy like I had when I did it, and like it bled. So if you don't want to have that, fine. 3, acrylic airbrush paint is very versatile. It actually brought the looks together. And spider gel is a cheat code for thin, easy lines, as we can see on our nail here. Okay, so that's the recap. If you got any questions, put them below. Like I said, I don't leak all the products. I don't know, I feel like this is a win. Let me know what you think.